This is the time that I say something, and I don't know what it is going to be because I've practiced and wrote and spent days and days, and I have no idea what this thing is. But then again, neither do you. But isn't that the joy of it? We had no idea that 13 years ago that we would be here, and not only that, it's not we, it's two entirely different people. And that things would be better instead of worse. How weird is that? But it happened. And here we are. A lot of stuff I was going to say, but I just want to say you're not the same person. I'm not the same person, and that's okay by me. And it's kind of a caricature. Okay, I'm in my 50s now and everything like that. So you typically expected to trade your wife in on the upgraded model, and it's like I gotta say score because. So let's do this, and let's not till death do we part, but till we become different people again, and let's do it all over again. Are you up for that?
I am. Unlike my husband. But it's large print because I'm old and I didn't want to wear my granny glasses.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Paul, when we first met, do you remember how I said I didn't want to fall in love? I didn't want to be in love because I didn't trust that temporary state of infatuation.
Absolutely.
And that bothered you. Yeah, I didn't want that, but I did trust that I was ready to begin the process of learning how to actually love, and particularly to love you and all your peculiarities. And it's been 13 years, lucky 13 years, since the past 5 have been doozies with boat. I hear coyotes. You helped me with so many things in that time. Among others, where is he? You helped me finish raising my son Zane, and showed him, along with his father, you showed him another way of being a man in the world.
In fairness, I didn't raise most of the biomass. now he's independent and taking care of himself, and also learning how to love. Stella's here with us. And a beautiful man. I'm glad we were able to help create together. We grew the biodiversity group together and did so much good and got burnt out, and then put it in where Scott Lawson and Ross put it in good hands and moved on. We both lost more family to death. We made the crazy life change of living on a sailboat on the Sea of Cortez in Mexico, which has challenged every cell of my body. You very patiently and compassionately worked with me through the journey into menopause. It's been incredibly awakening. I thank you for that. But all of this, has shown us our mutability. As you said, we are not the same people. And since then, our relationship has really taught me that a good partnership isn't about always agreeing and getting along with everything. It's actually about pushing each other's buttons, but developing such deep trust that even when we're going at it and we're upset with each other, we know deep in there we're going to learn something from that and come out the other side stronger and with more understanding. You've shown me by believing in me, by pushing and supporting me just the right amount, sometimes a little too much, just the right amount,
the real power and true beauty that I'm capable of generating. And for that, I'm really grateful to you. I couldn't have done this before I met you. You helped me bloom. You've shown me that rather than staying safe by staying out of the way when you need help and can't ask for it, and when friends need help, that instead of hiding myself away because I think I'm going to make it worse, to actually just go and be there with them. And I'm really grateful for that too. So a year ago I asked you to marry me all over again, and you said yes. But indeed, we are very different people. You said yes, but I hope you know that if you had said no, that we would have still moved on in our own ways, lovingly and compassionately, and supporting each other to fly in our different directions. And we may at some point decide to do that, and I remain open to that if that's what's best for us. We have friends here who've made that decision and are flying on their own now, and we celebrate you all for any mindful and deliberate decisions you make to be together or not. So this is a celebration of that more so than just one decision. I'm halfway in. When we first had our wedding blessing ceremony 13 years ago under the whirling dervish of that giant old saguaro, we were surrounded with flowers. I wore them in my hat, I held them in my hand because we were ready to bloom. Now we've surrounded ourselves with butterflies, and I have feathers because instead of blooming, I'm ready to fly with you. What does that mean? That's one of those things you say, but what does it really mean? So we're going to get down to it. Paul, I am ready to leave behind unhealthy ways of thinking, ways our culture taught us how to be a man and woman, what we're supposed to be. Are you ready for that?
I am.
Paul, I am ready to learn to feel the touch of a man, your touch, not as a manifestation of mankind's extractive and rapacious greed, but instead as the straightforward giving of a gentle, patient, thoughtful, and truly generous man's attention and care. Are you ready for that?
Oh, yeah.
Menopause taught him a few things, so guess what? I'm ready to bravely drag our worst selves out of our acquired dens of shame and learn to love and care for them so we can each heal and change and grow. Are you ready for that?
I am.
It's going to be kind of ugly sometimes.
Oh,
I'm ready with you to release the cage bars made of old attachments so we can transcend and soar beyond our anxieties and fears of truly free and live in true freedom. Are you ready for that?
I am.
I'm ready to work together to honor and embrace our authentic selves so we can each do the work in our lives that is our greater purpose. Are you ready for that?
Yes,
I'm ready to accept that one day, one way or another, I will lose you to aging, illness, and ultimately death. And this is hard for me because of all the loss I've had in my life, and I've held back fully loving, but I'm ready to take that risk and know I'm going to have that loss. Are you? Paul, I am ready to embrace uncertainty, discomfort, mistakes, and of course absurdity in order to really fly with you. Are you ready to fly with me?
I'm ready to sail.
It's a form of flight.
Literally so.
So now it's time to hear your blessings for us. And I realize there are people I didn't see before we came. We thought it would be fun, and we're not going to be perfect at it, but to try to figure out who like the oldest friends are in our lives and family. So obviously Matt, Paul's brother, would go first, and my old friends, and then move up to the most recent friends, and we'll end with Keith, who's our music guy, and he'll lead us into the next thing. So Matt, where's your brother, Paul?
Right there.
What? Oh,
his legs.